probably you are from the 90% and your attention is fumbled. So you will skip this video and go watch some shorts, and hopefully you are going to understand the variables of JavaScript. But if you are from the 10%, then stick to the end of this video and you will understand JavaScript variables once and forever. So as any language in the life, JavaScript has an history. So before 2015, JavaScript used to have one way to declare variables, which was the var. So the var is a way to declare variables. For example, var fruit is equal to apple. Now, if we try to log this apple to the console, all we need to do is to console log fruit. And if we check here, apple is logged to the console. Now, even if you are inside a function, and let's define a function eat, and then define another var, which is fruit, let's call it banana. Still, if you log fruit to the console, the apple will be logged. The second variable is function scope. That means if we call the function and then be sure to log to the console, log fruit to the console, then you will be seeing that banana is logged and apple is logged. So that means if we hide both of these one more time and log the fruit, this variable is gonna be logged to the console because it's globally scoped, but this one is function scoped. So now, what if you declare the same variable 2 times? So var fruit is equal to banana. Now, as you see, the second one overwrites the first one. That's why banana has been logged to the console. So now we are getting more understanding how the var works. So now, the third thing that we want to test is, what if you log fruit to the console before even declaring it? So let me remove this one. So we are logging before even declaring the fruit. And as you see, it's undefined. Since var is working and it's already doing a lot of things that we really need, why the heck do we need let and const? And here's the example of using var, which will show you the importance of let and const, since it seems that var is solving every single problem we have, right? Wrong. The problem about var is the following. So let me just write an if statement. So this if statement, let me give it a true condition. So let's just write true. So that means it's always true. So it's gonna enter the if statement, and basically I'm gonna give another declaration for fruit variable, and let's let it be mango. And now, as you see, we are logging the fruit to the console, and the fruit is mango. And that's what's interesting, man. The fruit is mango, not apple. Now the problem with that is, we as a developer or any beginner developer would think that this one is isolated, since it's in a scope itself, it's in parentheses, you see? And that's why if a team of developers has built already an application and they have already declared that the fruit is an apple, then Jeffrey, as a new developer, he comes to the team and decides to declare the fruit one more time, not knowing that it's already declared, and declare it inside an if statement, thinking that it will not affect anything bigger than this code, which is like the brackets here. And that's the problem happening. Unfortunately, using var will affect the variable even if it's not in the same scope, and that's the problem we're facing. And here comes the power of let. So if we try now to declare the variable with let, using let, the same here, using let, what will happen is, as you see, apple has been logged to the console. And here's the power of let. So what's happening in let is function scope. That means if Jeffrey comes to the new team and he's a beginner and he doesn't know really if another fruit has been declared globally or not, so even Jeffrey wouldn't cause any problem if he declares the same variable one more time inside an if statement, because let declares a variable function scoped. That means just inside the function or just inside this statement, and that's the power of let. Another thing that let does for us, let's just go for the previous example, which is basically declaring the same variable 2 times, which is logging to the console before even declaring the variable. So like that, as you see, it's undefined. And now if we are using let, it will give us a reference error. That means that will be more strict than var, which will lead to more error. Maybe you are thinking it's a bad thing. No, it's not. It's a good thing, because it gives you the error directly. When you scale the application, you don't go trying to find which variable is exactly undefined. And that's why let helps a lot. As you see one more time, if we are using var, it gives you undefined. That means what var does here, it basically define the fruit, declare the fruit, and then it initialize it. I'm just showing you how var is working. So it works basically like that. As you see, it defines the fruit and then initialize the value of fruit. It's the same when you write this one here. But if you are using let, it doesn't do this automatically. You need to do it by yourself. You define the variable and then initializing it, and then it will give you undefined. And here's the power of let. It's more strict. So now we covered var, covered let, which makes sense. What the heck is const? Let's cover const together. So const is basically a shortcut for constant. So let's basically declare a variable, which is fruit. Let's declare it mango this time. I love mangoes. So now with constant, you can't just like define a variable called fruit without initializing it directly. As you see, missing initializer in const declaration. So you can't declare a variable without initializing it using the const, because const stands for constant. And if it's a constant, it should has a value. The value here, let's give it mango. So that's the first thing about the const. And the other thing about the const is it's constant. That means if you try to assign another value for the fruit, let's say apple, it will give you an uncode type error, which is assignment to constant variable, as you see. So you can't assign to a constant variable. As you see, it's much more strict than let, gives you much more security. And then there is something which beginner developers usually confuse, which is, let's assume fruits is an object, and this object has different things in it. So let's say mango, and we have banana, right? So mango is mango and banana is banana. Let's go. So as you see, we have mango and we have banana, right? What you could do, as you see, if I log the fruit to the console, here we go. But what you could do, even if it's a constant object, you can still change the mango as an example. So inside the fruit, we grab the mango and we can change it to red mango. And now if we log it to the console, as you see, mango is red mango. So just to make it more clear, let's just say that we have one fruit, the name is mango, and the year is the year of production, and let's say it's 2023. And now what we want to do is grab the fruit and change the name of the fruit from mango to banana, because that makes more sense. And as you see, it accepted that we changed the name of the fruit from mango to banana. And that's one thing that beginner developers confuse a lot, because it's a constant, so we can't change it. Well, you can reassign the value of one element in the object, but you can't reassign the whole thing. So if you just decide to reassign, let's just try it, reassign fruit, do it this way. So basically we are doing the same, it's just about the syntax as you see here. So this line in a way or another seems to be the same because it's doing the same, right? No, because here you are reassigning the whole object, but what you are doing in this line, you are just like grabbing one element in the object and changing it, which is allowed. So reassigning the whole variable is not allowed, but modifying the variable without reassigning the whole value of it could work, as this example using the object. And with this being said, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to be from the top developers, so you don't lose your job by an AI. Here's Jad, see you in the next video.